Alright, what is up everybody? It's Lids and we're back for some more Witcher, and we are very close at this point to being able to start tracking down Salamandra again. And I think one thing that surprised me that is technically not supposed to be a quote-unquote main quest or primary quest, but seemed as though it would be kind of crucial. Let's see, now can I find it? The quest about the whole magic stone mirror on the wall thing that we found. Not this. In the most recent Salamander hideout that we went through. This one. It's actually pretty close by. So, supposedly Triss tracked down where that signal was coming from. And, yeah, how this is not crucial for our understanding of where Salamandra is, who's backing them, I'm not sure. It's actually in here? And kind of around here, apparently. This door? I guess? Out of Vids' hideout. Oh! I mean, you're wearing armor like you're a knight, and that's a mirror? Why do I feel like we've seen you before? Were you the guy who we've seen in the bar?
A great hunt when I return.
Right, hold on just a moment, please. Oh. I don't think we've seen one of those before. But at the same time, it doesn't look fancy. So, I'm just gonna talk to you.
Hello again, Witcher.
Greetings, Radovid.
No magic mirror between us this time. I'm pleased you found my sanctuary. Triss Merigold lent a hand, am I right?
Uh-oh.
Not personally, but I know Philippa Eilhart, and that's like knowing all sorceresses.
Okay.
I wish to speak with you, Witcher.
I am a little confused. We have, I think, met you in the bar before, yet we've since learned that you're tied to Salamandra and maybe financially backing them. Yet now you're talking to us openly and not actively trying to kill us? What?
Who is Philippa?
One of Redania's most prominent citizens. She has bribed, dazzled, or bullied half of Redania's elite. She also belongs to the Lodge of Sorceresses, as does your Triss.
They don't accept sorcerers?
No. Each sorceress believes she's to decide the fate of the world. Sometimes they do.
That does
If you
explain
say
some of
so.
Triss's
Disregard sorceresses.
attitudes toward us
Beautiful,
and people
wise,
around her.
helpful. At least so they present themselves. Someday, I'll put them in their place. Though in her favor, Triss once betrayed her girlfriends.
I mean, I'd like to believe that we trust Triss, certainly more than this other sorceress, or more than you, stranger person, who has some affiliation with Salamandra, but I'm not sure if we have reason to tell you that. Or if this is kind of like a hostage situation type thing, where it's like, oh, geez, I mean, well, yeah, that's my close friend or family member, and I'm totally not going to tell you exactly where they are right now so that you can kidnap them or something.
I trust Triss.
Mark my words.
And I'm hoping that you aren't going to do anything to her.
Who are you? And I don't mean your name.
Good question, but one with no simple answer. I was raised in the Redanian royal court. My father was murdered during the war with Nilfgaard. Ever since I lost interest in toys, I've strived to regain my heritage, find my father's murderers, and introduce order to my lands. Sadly, I'm surrounded by corrupt traitors, overly ambitious sorceresses, and frustrated chaplains of the eternal fire.
I mean, no one's
From what
forcing
I've
you
seen,
to
the upper crust in
meet
Temeria
with
is the
Salamandra.
same.
Nothing attracts sons of bitches like power.
You wanted something?
Familiar with these strange edicts in Vizima?
I've heard about them.
They bear the royal seal, but some suspect fraud.
Tell me more.
It's
The Flaming
just
Rose?
as Tala said. Foltest didn't sign these. I'd recognize his signature.
Oh,
You know
okay.
Tala?
Gotcha.
Certainly. Be a fool not to know Temeria's chief of intelligence.
So Foltest didn't declare martial law?
No. I feel I should inform him of this.
Okay. So yes, we had that suspicion. That does seem really important. I mean, sure. So if the king didn't instill martial law, that would imply that, I mean, someone else did it. Tending to be him. who would want to do that on the king's behalf, presumably without him knowing it. Would it be Ada?
What's your connection to Ada?
I had hoped to persuade
His daughter,
her to
the
marry the
princess?
King of Redania, which would benefit both kingdoms. With Foltest's help, our king could finally rid himself of all the parasites surrounding him. In turn, Redania could support Temeria in its fight against the Scoia'tael. I need not mention the benefits of increased trade. The kingdoms united could resist the expanding powers of the knightly orders and the guilds. Additionally...
Enough. You've convinced me, but I'm not Ada.
And you, Witcher, what do you think of Foltest's daughter?
What do you want to know?
You're an expert on monsters. You broke her Strigger spell.
True.
Can she bear children?
I don't
What?
see why not.
Healthy,
Why are you
human
asking
children?
us that
I
question?
believe so.
What does that have to do with us?
Thank you. Keep this conversation confidential, and please don't meddle in Redania's dynastic intentions.
I generally don't meddle, so you have nothing to fear, Your Majesty.
When did you figure it out?
Well, there's the
okay.
way you spoke of Redania, of Ada, and then there's your ring.
Okay.
In Redania, visit the royal court. Farewell.
Farewell, King.
Okay. I'll never get to Salamander this way. Hold on. What did that say? I met Radovid himself. He is deeply involved in the schemes afoot in Vizima, knows everything about the forged edicts, and seems very interested in Princess Ada. And of course, he rules neighboring Redania. He is the king of Redania. In some way, I've learned too much. Dealing with kings is never wise. I'll never get to Salamander this way. I won't risk meddling in the matters of monarchs. Okay, so that's why this is technically not a primary quest. That is certainly not the direction I expected this to go in. I thought that we were about to walk into, much like the previous Salamander hideouts, areas full of enemies, and this was just going to be your typical evil schemer dude. But no, very different. He is the king of the next most significant place, Zima's neighbor. So I think one thing that I wanted to do from here was, well, not necessarily go in this direction. Where am I headed? I would like to go, I believe, back to Triss's house, use her teleporter. Because, okay, so we've sorted... You absolutely just tried to spear me with that.
Perfect.
You can't convince me otherwise. So, there's one other thing that I think we can sort out in the meantime that we were talking about and trying to do earlier, but I think I now know how to get it done. Yeah, this is Triss's house. And that is, we can... Triss is down here? Like, Triss has been doing a whole lot of disappearing lately. Oh, but we are technically supposed to talk to her once we're done with everything else, so I think we hold off just in case we accidentally were to trigger that and not have the option of going back. So I will refrain for the time being. I think we want to use this. You want to go to... Ah! That's not where I wanted to go. I take back. I saw his name, and I clicked on that because I wanted to talk to Kalkstein, but he's probably not going to be at his laboratory. Probably going to be at the Mage's Tower. So we may be about to do another quick teleportation, like, right now. Because I was silly. This one. I was misled. So, we want to talk to Kalkstein, because, assuming he is here, he is, I believe you have an answer to one of our key questions.
Yes?
This.
Can you make a potion to cure lycanthropy?
Never tried.
The potion's for a werewolf, the beloved of a young woman.
Usually I'd refuse, but I owe you. Let's see.
We did give you this tower that you've been in
Ingredients,
for the
equipment,
past, like,
check.
week.
Come back later, okay?
Okay. The alchemist promised to make medicine for Vincent. Awesome. And to other matters, and talk to Kalkstein again. Okay. We looted everything out of that chest probably 5 times over. Actually, ideally, I probably should have checked to see what other stuff we might have been able to sort out. in the meantime, while we're waiting for Kalkstein to brew that potion for us. One thing that does come to mind, though, and I don't know how significant... Oh. I didn't on that. A little confused why it seemed as though we were going straight into a cutscene after that. I was like, is something about to happen at Kalkstein's place? Has Salamandra found us? Gonna ambush us? One thing that we tried to do a long time ago, well, a fair amount of time ago, that we have not gone back to yet, that we might now be able to do successfully, would be stopping by one of these buildings over here. That is, let's see, let's count the doors. I think it's this one. Pretty sure it's this one. And now, you'll excuse me for a second here, because we have not yet successfully done this. As in, I think we've tried it 2 or 3 times in the past, and every time we've died. So, I'm a little skeptical of our prospects here. We'll just have to see. Like, camera, because I know these guys are coming. Yeah, we're already taking a fair bit of damage here. Oh, excuse me. There we go. So we should have more damage on our normal attack this time around, I think. That should be the primary difference. We may also have a little bit more HP in total. Should help. But, again, with the not so well-timed attacks, particularly with regard to when people are falling down. We also, I think, have it... Okay, well... Making any attempt at all to attack them during that time would probably be useful as well. I think we have the chest plate that we did not have before. Last time we fought these guys. Okay, that's 1 down. You have full HP right now. You do not. So if we could finish you off, that would make things significantly easier. Okay, there we go. Now this is looking much more manageable. You could, like... I mean, I suppose it's not the end of the world. Keep on trying to dodge me like that, because you are allowing me to get some endurance back. Does make the crowd control a little bit easier. Sure. Although, for some reason, I just cannot seem to finish using the signs. This should be easy enough now that we can just outright fight these guys. There we go. Now you, as the last one, should be manageable. And for all I know, the stuff down here is complete junk. But, I mean, I would like to at least know we did everything we had to do to clear it out. This is... Wait, vinegar? Eh? Alright. Most notably, is there anything really great in here? Answer there is no. Answer here? I mean... Is this actually the quest item that one of those people, yeah, was asking us to retrieve for them? Okay. So I suppose we technically had not finished that quest yet. Until just then, so sure. Chance to tie a knot, tie a knot? Wrong expression, I think. We're not marrying the quest, nor are we marrying the person that we are turning this quest into. So, we're wrapping it up. That's maybe the phrase I was looking for. Wrap, tie, same thing, right? I believe they're at the bar, but I suppose I should actually check. This one. He is? Yes. Bar. Okay. We will probably be headed back in this direction pretty soon to talk to Carmen, on the assumption that is where we will be going once Kalkstein has his potion, but this is a talk, so no big deal. I don't know exactly how long Kalkstein needs. Usually it seems like whenever we have one of those things that says, hey, wait a certain amount of time for this person to finish something for you, tends to be pretty quick. But I think either way we should be fine. So where is the specific gentleman we are looking for? Because, I kind of assumed that he had a name. Maybe he was just a generic traveler, or... I can't remember what he looked like. And I don't see him right now, unless the loop player who's
this tune.
off having a drink. Hey, you're not contributing to this tune? Just a fun fact there. And it's not you. It's a human man with blonde hair I'm not currently seeing. So you know what? Maybe we actually do go back to Kalkstein. See if we can take that potion, bring it back to Carmen, and maybe by the time we do all that stuff, our wine person will be back in the inn. We can actually find them and turn in the quest, because that would be kind of nice after having spent, admittedly, a very long time trying to complete that quest. So maybe he's just given up on us. He figured there was no hope. There's no way we would ever turn in that quest. There's no way we'd find his old wine buried in an abandoned cellar full of Reviers. Who knows? Oh, and I think we are actually supposed to go this way on the assumption that we should use Kalkstein's teleporter to get back to the Mage's Tower quickly, otherwise it would take significantly longer. Take the fruit, I suppose.
I'm so hot.
Okay. Kalkstein, you ready for us? One order of lycanthropatic, something like that, potion coming right up, hopefully. Lycanthropic? I don't know. Is it even technically a real word, lycanth? Are werewolves really real?
Yes?
Did you finish the lycanthropy potion?
Yes, but she will administer it at her own risk once she drops in one of her tears. The potion needs a virgin's tear to work.
Wait, you said nothing about a virgin.
You said a young maiden. I assumed she wasn't yet married.
Ah, Kalkstein. You need to get out more. Where will I find a virgin?
Oh,
Virgin's
dear.
tear is vital. It can't be difficult to find one.
Townswoman? Okay. Okay, if you say so. Suppose we'll go to the temple quarter? I mean, not Carmen, given her line of work. So, I don't know, is there any other person or group of people that we know of? I mean, not you. Who would fit that description? No idea. Do we just speak to random civilians? Like, hey, by the way, I know this sounds a little weird, but by any chance, could you maybe...
All non-humans are the same.
What if? Maybe here? Maybe... Can we go into the building? The Order of the Flaming Rose? I don't know. Also, laundry baskets? Of sick people? Oh, yes. Absolutely. Plague-infected gloves. My favorite. More plague clothing? Nah. Okay, so like, random nurse lady?
We'll all die.
May I help?
Forgive me. I need a virgin's
Oh
tear to cure
god,
Maiden's
that
curse.
is so awkward.
Surprising proposition.
I thought you could help.
This is my
Whoa!
calling, and you found the right person. I'll shed a tear for you.
Thank you.
Wow, That has to have been one of the most awkward conversations anyone has ever had. Oh, by the way, you know, I'm kind of just looking for, like, Virgin's Tear, and, you know, I don't actually know you at all, but I was thinking that maybe you might be able to supply me with said tear. Oh yeah, by the way, you know, thanks for randomly asking me this rather personal and somewhat potentially offensive question. And, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do fit that description. I can supply you with said tear. Yeah, no. No. Okay. Back to Swamp Tower. I mean, part of me wanted to ask Kalkstein, but we won't go there.
Yes?
And now I'm just thinking of the excuse that Kalkstein would have for not being able to supply that key ingredient. And I'll let your imagination wander there.
How goes your research?
I've a new theory. A miles. They're yes?
Oh, did we?
Take care.
Hold on. Let me actually check the quest. Do we need to go back to him to actually mix the ingredient, or are we all set now? Okay, we can go straight to Carmen. I wasn't sure if we needed to say to Kalkstein, hey, by the way, now we have that piece, and so you can finish making the potion. No, it turned out we just put it in ourselves, I suppose. Now it's ready to go. So, didn't need to go here, but oh well. Allowed us to have that little bit of a thought exercise about Kalkstein. So, I suppose that's not all bad. Or maybe it is, depending on how you view that. Okay, so then we'll go back to Carmen. And then we'll check the bar again and see if we can happen to find that other person that we're looking to turn in the old wine to. That would be really unfortunate if we waited all this time to finally complete that quest and then the person just disappears from the face of the earth. But we'll see. Carmen first. And I do wonder what will become of this, because, I mean, there was still that question of, does Vincent technically want to be a human, / is he still human enough for the potion or other cure to work at all? Oh. So, I may have done this briefly off video, but there was one quest that we got about a blue-eyed vampire girl. May have information about her. So, was kind of thinking that was going to be something that we might end up skipping, but if you have the information, let's at least get it, and we'll take it from there.
About a blue-eyed girl bitten by vampires?
See if it does make sense for us to...
Don't know about vampires, but there's a new blue-eyed whore at the Trade Quarter Cat House.
Your competition?
Our business has taken a dive. That one gets more customers than all my girls together.
So she's popular?
Yes. Let me get you the address. I suppose she won't be there much longer now you've taken an interest.
I mean, if she is a vampire, then I suppose that might be the case. I mean, that would sort of explain why we ran into a bazillion Fletters in the Trade Quarter.
Here's a magic potion against lycanthropy. It should help.
How will I repay you?
Don't tell anyone I did this for free. I have my reputation.
I'll give this potion to Vincent.
Have my occupation. Okay. So blue eyes, sure. But also this one. Should visit Carmen sometime, see if the medicine works. Oh, we have to check back on you? No. That's inconvenient. I wanted to know instantly. Instant gratification. Come on. Also, I'm wondering... We want to go back to the Trade Quarter. What is the most efficient way to do that? We could technically go through the cemetery if we were to continue going in that direction. Stressed nurse? What? Is that the one that we talked to earlier? Have we scarred her for life? Uh-oh. What have we done? Is she in here? Thought that might have been us technically seeing through the walls of the church. Although she might have actually just been outside. Seems like she might have been outside. For real? Where are you? There you are. I was gonna say, I wasn't making that up, was I?
I don't feel like talking.
You look very worried.
True. My grandmother, she's...
Is she in pain?
No. Many youngsters would envy Granny's health. She's changed, and dread fills my heart.
Perhaps I can help.
Granny will speak to me only to warn me away from the cellar.
What cellar? Costs 50 orns?
I'll visit her and find out what I can. My help will cost 50 orns.
I'm not wealthy, but Shani spoke of your kindness.
Oh, thanks, Shani.
Where does your granny live?
The crossroads near where the peddlers stand.
Farewell.
Crossroads by where the peddlers stand. Okay. I mean, again, I wasn't necessarily thinking that we would be taking on new quests at this stage, but we may have some time to kill depending on how long we have to wait for the potion to kick in for Vincent and crew. I'm assuming this is the crossroads he was referring to, but is that quest that we technically just started? I am not sure. Oh, this one. Yeah. And yes, is theoretically here. Yeah. Probably should have, like, aired in some way, shape, or form, because I'm assuming we're probably about to fight some people or talk to Granny.
Out now.
Hello? By any chance, are you related to Shawnee's grandmother? Yeah, so, like, about that. Is it Grandma at night? Grandma? What? I'm a little confused. I feel like you're sending some mixed signals here. Alright, let's go to the trade quarter. Oh, this is not the door to the trade quarter, is it? I'm being silly, aren't I? It's the door to the trade quarter. Remind me. Where? Is it? Royal Castle. Oh, it's over here. Okay. It's been a while since we've been in this area of town for all that long. You'll have to excuse me if my navigation skills are a little bit off. If they ever existed in the first place. So I suppose then, I mean, again, we're kind of opening more cans of worms than I would like to be opening at the moment. Oh, Vincent. I mean, say hello.
Greetings.
Although it seems as though you have nothing new to say to us.
Left, right.
I mean, ultimately, you are the primary person who will be affected by the things that we are trying to do right now. But I think we're still going to be talking to Carmen, not you. Okay. So now we, theoretically at least, are looking to go to... Leaves of Carmen. We just need to wait. This one, if we are looking to try to sort this thing out, I suspect... Oh, we're very close. I suspect that this might be a little bit more of a time-consuming one, so prepare for this quest to be abandoned partway through. House of Ill Repute. You have blue eyes. Is it really that simple?
Greetings, sir.
Greetings, blue-eyed one.
What would you have, my white-haired lord?
I wanted to start out talking.
All right, let's speak. Giacomo Cassano claims nothing surpasses cultured conversation as foreplay.
I mean, this? Mostly just this?
I think your brother may be looking for you.
What? No. I have no family.
You sure?
Entirely. This is my home. My sisters of the night.
I must be mistaken.
Yes.
Okay.
Never mind. Take care.
That's the night of the girl from the brothel is his sister. Remind me which we got this quest from? Oh, okay, we had it tracked to begin with anyway, and you are not presently showing me the location of said knight. And even... Well, I would assume that she's not... that you are not in the same building as her, otherwise you could sort this stuff out by yourself. You're the leader of... I mean, you are the Lady of the Night. So yes, you are the leader. I don't see any guards in here, specifically. Maybe once we step out, you'll tell me where specifically I'm supposed to go. Because I think... Well, I talked to you this night a while ago, I'm assuming. No longer remember where to find said person. Oh, okay. At the inn. Understandable. And... Again, this is one of those things where the angle of the indicator on the map would suggest that we should have taken that right turn earlier, but I think I remember. You have to go down this way, and then this way. And then we will find the front door.
Out of the pan into the oven.
Okay. So, pick your knight. Oh, I think it's this guy.
Yes? There's a blue-eyed courtesan at the whorehouse.
Not that I'm
My
accusing
sister
your
would never
sister,
degrade
you know,
herself, so
I have no
being someone who
proof,
would work there,
but
but
this woman matches your description.
obtain
just
proof.
saying.
My family's honor is at stake.
I'll do what I can.
Alright, but you're not gonna like the answer. Some people, some families. So we'll go back. I'm not sure what kind of proof we'll be able to get.
I'm going to be all wet.
Alright, let's not take that phrase out of context.
Know your place, Witcher.
It is, okay. Take a quick look. Is there anything that we need to get in preparation for this to make it easier to find proof? Find some way to prove it. Right, just says go back there. We're going back there. Just wondering, like, do we need a little pair of scissors to snip off a little bit of hair and be like, see, we did a DNA test. Came back positive.
Damn,
Um,
it's hot in this thing.
Find me get a store. Alright, fess up.
Yes?
I mean, can we hit you with the same line as we hit you with before?
I think your brother may be looking for you.
What? No. I have no family.
You sure?
You sure you don't want to give me
Entirely.
evidence
This
about
is
that?
my home. My sisters of the night.
I must be mistaken.
Yes?
Okay, what if you tell us more about yourself and accidentally implicate yourself?
What do you dream of, Blue Eyes?
I would like the night to last forever.
Not knights on white steeds and other nonsense.
I'm no ordinary girl. I can prove it. Simply ask.
Oh? Oh. What you mean, like, pay you to do what your job here is, not, other stuff. Oh, do we need to
I'd
do
like
this?
to spend the evening with you.
I feel like we do.
Pleasure, white-haired one. But you must first make a contribution to the house.
What?
A mere 500 orens.
That is an exorbitant amount.
How much? Couldn't we arrange a better deal?
We can always bargain. How does 750 sound?
What? Hold on. What about these plagued gloves? What do you think of those?
You jest.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are they worth significantly less than 500 coins? Yes. Do you know that they came from someone who was infected by the plague? Hopefully not. I mean, I give you, like, alcohol? I'd rather not give you a ring. But I'm not sure what else. I mean, apparently the gloves aren't good enough, so pardon me. I'm gonna try giving you a drink.
Yes,
I'd like...
with pleasure.
So, like, if I were to say, not that. Give you that?
You
Nope,
jest.
not a drinker. The one other thing that I noticed was it said that there was potentially some item that we could flash. I don't mean a body part. Maybe I phrased that poorly. There was some kind of item that we could use to identify that, hey, we are such as like the signets, basically. In the past, there were signets that we could use, and granted, we failed to use to the extent that they were potentially able to identify ourselves as. I think it was like the Reverend's friend way back when we were in the outskirts. When we were talking to Otto, the tradesperson, and one other person who I don't recall. And we were like, see, we shouldn't have to oh, Mikkel. We were like, see, you shouldn't have to be bribed because you should trust us. But, no such luck.
Yes?
I'm kind of wondering if you could
Farewell.
bail us out by providing that item, but you can't.
Having
None. But
I'm
thanks
hoping
for
you would
asking.
magically have an answer for us. But you don't. I'm a little stumped at the moment. There must be a way to get that item and to not have to pay 500 orens or 750 if we're negotiating. That's just an exorbitant fee. I'll go back one more time, and I think maybe it's worth talking to the Lady of the Night or other people in this establishment to see if we can get a little more information about this person. Maybe she's playing it coy, doesn't want to tell us more about herself, but other people might be willing to divulge some of her secrets. Hoping
You wish to ask
you
me
will
something?
do that. And
What
aren't
do I need to
really
do
the
to
questions
spend
I'd
the
like to
night
be
with these
asking.
beauties?
Forget you're a witcher and call yourself a friend.
Forgive me, madam, but I don't understand.
Be patient. In time you will.
What?
Take care.
That was not helpful. Can I talk to you guys?
Mummy, can we play with him?
Yeah. Also, Lady of the Night and Ladies of the Night totally implies that you're vampires as well.
Plenty of customers today.
Somebody tell me!
Plenty of customers today.
Surely I don't have to pay this person 500 orens.
Yeah.
I'd like
Do
to...
this.
Pleasure, white-haired one.
Oh, you have to put on a ring. Okay. Hold on.
Ha! You jest.
We don't... You only care about married men? Excuse me?
Yes,
I'd like to...
with pleasure.
Hold on. What? That's the difference maker? I don't have to have anything special other than... What just happened also?
Shove off, bum.
What? I'm very confused. I mean... I don't know if that was like the game trying to be all... Heck. That was the game trying to be all like, yeah, you did in fact spend time with that person. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And we just didn't want to show you because, you know, stuff happened. Or if in fact you bugged out? Something? I'm still very confused. Do you have any more answers for us? Or do you continue to not be particularly helpful? It seems like the latter.
You mentioned times past.
Maybe here?
Could you tell me about your man?
I never said he was a man. More importantly, you were a friend to him. Alas, Regis just drank too much. Thus we parted. His habit nearly killed him. Angry peasants attacked him. After he recovered, he led a loner's life. Until he met you.
Sadly, I remember nothing.
Don't concern
I think
yourself
he
with
was
that.
a vampire.
I
This person that
appreciate
was
you
her
still had
significant
friends,
other that apparently
true
we
friends.
then met. Which,
Take care.
you know, if he was a vampire, that would suggest that if we're potentially thinking that all you guys are vampires, that might be significant. But I don't get it. Quest log is saying, go here. Talk to these people. What else am I supposed to talk to you about?
Yes?
Did you object
I'd like to...
With pleasure, White.
to this? Okay, so we're showing her the ring,
Shove off, bum.
and then she disapproves. Alright, well, pardon me, but I'm getting impatient. There probably is an answer. Probably means that we do have to have some other kind of ring, and I don't know what kind of ring it is, but as much as I hate to do it, I'm going to shell out the coinage.
Thank you. Follow me.
I wanted to experience this fantasy of mine.
Oh, dear.
Patience. First a hot bath, then your dreams will come true.
Okay, and that is, of course, going to get blurred, yes. Please move on, game. We knew that was coming. But see, the thing is, I was really hoping that that would not just be us throwing away 500 coins, and would actually be that we would get information. Apparently, we saw marks on her neck, though. So, we will tell the knight about that. Who is not in that direction, he is down here. And also, by the way, you owe me 500 coins, Mr. Knight. Don't ask me why. No reason. Just, you know, the cost of doing business is all. Specifically the cost of doing business at the Lady of the Night's place. That's beside the point. You don't need to know that detail.
Yes? There's a blue-eyed courtesan at the whorehouse.
Don't ask me how I know
sister
this.
would never degrade herself so.
I have proof. I saw fang marks on her neck, just as you described.
How did this happen? She must be under some spell, that of the vampire who bit her. Perhaps she too has been transformed.
That may be.
Witcher, you must help. The vampire clearly haunts the brothel.
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
Damn, it's hot in this.
Is controlling the girl's mind? What? What is happening right now? The brothel has mind-controlling properties? I mean, maybe we should have known that. One could argue that's always the case. But I digress. I would think the Lady of the Night is the person that we talk to here.
No reason to be here, white-haired one.
And that we will actually get some results from talking to her this time around. So if someone is controlling everyone in there, I would think it would be her. Who else would it be, right? I think you have some explaining to do.
You wish to ask me something?
Indeed.
A vampire haunts this house. The marks on the neck of one of the girls.
No, not that I'm
I
accusing
can
you of
name quite
anything.
a few ordinary animals that leave marks such as those.
The girl's brother believes she would never work in a brothel of her own free will. He believes she must be spellbound.
And you believe that? Don't be naive. The girl lives like a princess here. She wears the finest silks. Clients sell their estates to spend a single night with her. She enjoys servants and comforts you couldn't dream of.
I mean,
Her
we
brother
haven't
wished to give her
specified
in marriage to some
who
old
this
fool
was,
animal
and
that's
you're
larger
going
than-
off
No matter.
as if you know that we're
She,
talking
on
about
the
this
other
specific
hand,
person.
desires to be a princess of the night, an eternally beautiful forbidden fruit. Vizima's dream.
What are you talking about?
I sensed that when I drank her blood.
Oh,
What are you looking at? Yes, I'm the vampire who haunts this house.
okay.
Yet I never
Figured.
kill. Blood energizes me, like alcohol does humans.
Ah, so you are one of
In
the
any case,
high
I've never hurt a soul.
vampires.
This is nonsense.
My
Supposedly.
daughters and I drink our customers' blood. We never kill. Their blood pays for our services. Everyone profits.
And the blue-eyed
Does
girl?
that mean that I can
She summoned
get a
me
500
herself.
Orin refund then?
In her dreams, fantasies, she yearned for freedom and eternal beauty. We're not monsters, Geralt. I'll offer you a deal. One night with my daughters in exchange for peace. For forgetting this entire matter.
And
See,
if
but-
I don't consent?
Someone will die.
Oh.
You, me, the blue-eyed girl? Would it be right to choose death? Even the death of a vampire?
So, the thing is, like, I already paid a lot of coins for one of those nights. And unless you're about to give me a refund for that, then that offer doesn't really hold much weight with me right now. So,
Witchers
I
slay
mean,
monsters, vampire.
sorry?
Nothing personal.
Pray that you're as able as legend claims.
Are you about to fight me? Probably. Oh, dear. Okay, Yep, so this is also probably gonna get blurred because, believe it or not, all the women in here are in fact vampires, and they are all in fact shirtless, and also I should probably pull out a sword because they are all presently trying to kill me. And once again, Geralt is doing his thing where he, like, does not actually want to swing his sword. So, or cast a sign, or do anything of that sort. So, we'll see how this goes. But, in all likelihood, this is going to be 100% blurred, so I apologize in advance for that. And, as soon as Geralt starts swinging his sword, then maybe I can give you some updates as to how things are going. So, there are 4 of them, one of which is the Lady of the Night. And they are kind of just running around in circles around me. There's not a lot of fighting going on, quite frankly. So, we'll see how this goes. I would love if we could kind of just, like, get rid of at least one of them. They are, of course, I'm sure, going to try to actually drink my blood at some point. We did, of course... Oh, I'm trying to use heavy stance, which is maybe a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. I think they're actually not that strong, although they're dealing a fair bit of damage at this point, because I've been running around in circles for quite some time. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Please don't shoot lightning bolts at me. That's not cool. Why can you shoot lightning bolts? Vampires should not be able to shoot lightning bolts. That makes no sense. Alright, continuing to fight them, and they're doing some sort of sonic boom attack. Going around in circles attacking me, and they may have dealt some damage over time that was actually very painful. And again, I still cannot use signs, which is making things difficult, because there are 4 of them still. I've not killed any of them just yet. Some of them are on low HP, but we are also on low HP at the moment. So, one moment while I search frantically for a potion. And, I doubt that we have any that are particularly useful here. Maximum endurance, toxicity to 0, and cancels the effects of other potions. Neither of those things are going to be useful. Hold on, I do think we have some explosives, though. So, well, explosives it is. And I'm not sure that actually did anything. Besides, make noises like a haunted house. Which is kind of where we are right now. So, oh, no, I don't want to fight you. I want to, ideally, just finish one of these people off. Granted, I've not been using group stance at all in this fight, which has maybe been a mistake. It probably has been a mistake. Knock some of them down, but we are on very low HP right now. Still have yet to get a single sign off this entire fight. Oh, I do have endurance. What? Am I using the wrong sign? Maybe that's why. Yeah, I was using the wrong sign this entire time. That would explain part of it. Okay, we did just take out the Lady of the Night, because finally I learned that I was not using the sign, or trying to use the sign that I thought I was. Okay, got another one-hit kill with the signage. Imagine that, you use the skills that you wanted to use, and suddenly, you have 3 kills in a row. Funny how that works. Okay, 1 left. Except we are on low HP, and I don't need group stance anymore, so it's changing to quick stance. The 1v1. We might now be able to just string a bunch of combos together and not allow her to attack, which would be ideal, because we don't have a lot of HP. The screen is gray. Our heartbeat is thumping. We can probably still take a couple of hits. We're technically no longer on the gray screen, so yeah. We're slowly regenerating HP, in fact, because you are no longer getting those hits in against us with any sort of regularity. And we're about to finish you off. Okay. Need to take Blue Eyes away. I should talk to her and or her brother, because we have now taken care of these ladies. And let me just verify that there is no more stuff that we need to avoid seeing. I believe that to be the case now. So, sorry if in fact it turned out that that was an extended period of time with a blurred out screen. Maybe we'll even choose to cut that part out, but yes, a series of fighting 4 of those vampire monsters, including the Lady of the Night herself.
Yes?
So, both of these things.
What an interesting scar on your neck.
Like it?
It adds character. Intriguing.
If you like, I'll show you more.
Except
Never
we
mind.
kind of
Take care.
already had to spend 500 coins to do that, so no, but also this.
The vampire's dead. Your brother awaits at the new Naracourt.
You killed her!
Yes.
Indeed.
Go back to your brother. Given what happened here, customers aren't likely to come back anytime soon.
You son of a bitch! Who gave you the right to ruin the lives of others, to decide their fate?
All
You
right.
know what you are? A hired assassin,
I mean,
killing for a handful
yes.
of gold.
Yes?
And Madame spoke well of you.
She was a vampire. A post-conjunction relic.
That's nonsense. You've destroyed our lives, mine and all those here. Now we'll have to work the streets like cheap whores.
I mean,
You don't have to sell yourself. Go back to your brother.
is that
No,
not what
Witcher,
you were doing before?
I have a task for you. Kill my brother. How much do you want?
I don't kill humans.
What?
I hope your cock turns blue and rots off.
No, thank you.
Be gone.
Well, you know, Geralt of Rivia, destroying brothels since the beginning of time. What can I say? We have skills. Very particular set of skills.
The neighborhood has
And this
lost
is the
charm since they
wrong
let her out.
direction. Hold on. Where am I supposed to go? The opposite direction. Back here. Down here. Yeah, okay. So, that took several hard right turns on the way to, an interesting conclusion. And yes, I know some harsh words were spoken. But at the end of the day, I mean, was a vampire? Was she an evil vampire? Debatable.
Where's
Maybe
my
you could have
sister?
could have made the
brothel.
case that
I
it was
slew
not
the
justified for
vampire,
us
so
to
if she wants
slain
to,
her.
Your sister will come back.
Slay
The
her.
vampire concerns me little. Return my sister to me.
The vampire's finished. Where's my payment?
You'll not see a penny until my sister returns home.
You people will never change.
So we are not done. Okay, so where do we find her then? Is she still at the same place? Also, where did this quest go? I wish I was paying a little more attention. Because apparently we can no longer rely solely on that quest log, because technically we've completed this quest. I'm assuming that she is still at the brothel, and we need to now somehow convince her she ought to come home, or at least see her brother, which is granted what we just tried to do. And only then might we make up a fraction of the coins that we paid to complete this quest. Are you still here? You are not still here. Where are you? Why do you do this?
What?
What? You slew all of the people who worked here? Including the person who was running this establishment, and now we can no longer conduct business here? How dare you? Yes. Sorry. But also, where is this lady? Because if I don't know where she is, then I'm probably just going to ignore this. Not this one. No, I'm not seeing this. Okay, so I think maybe I'll look back and see what exactly the knight said, because I was not paying close enough attention, it would seem. But I actually think we want to go back to the temple quarter, see if, at this stage, it has been long enough that Carmen will have some results for us. I would have thought that, technically speaking, Night would have to have passed so that she could tell did Vincent turn into a werewolf that night or not, but maybe that's a little too realistic, and we just need a certain amount of time to pass, regardless of whether or not Night has technically occurred. What time is it? 5? I mean, it's not like werewolf night. It's night-ish.
Off to the castle gate.
There were one or two other things that we were potentially waiting for Night to be able to do. Like speaking to that grandma who, unfortunately, may end up being a casualty of trying to just progress the main plotline after this. So, see? I do want to try to sort this out, though.
A real downpour.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Yes?
Did the potion work?
Eh?
Oh, Master Witcher. I made certain Vincent drank it, but nothing happened.
Oh.
We'll find another way.
Yeah.
Serious? Oh, dear.
I've heard stories of true love changing beasts into men.
But we make love regularly.
Love means more than frolicking in bed.
I know Vincent doesn't love me. Sometimes when he's angry, he calls me a vile whore.
Yeah, that doesn't sound so good.
I know I turned tricks. But for him, I'd agreed to be like other girls. Damn it. I'd even learned how to embroider.
I mean, yeah. This?
It's clear Vincent's lycanthropy isn't your biggest problem. Tell him you love him and how you tried to cure him. If he's not a complete swine, he'll react.
He's unsure, torn between me and his work.
He needs to set his priorities straight.
Witcher, please talk to him. He's at the station.
Okay. True love. It's always the answer. We'll find him. We'll sort it out. Probably means we'll have to go back to Kalkstein, find a love potion, get them both to drink it. Will that be true love? Maybe. Maybe not. Depends how much you believe in the myths and stories. Come on, Vincent. You're not making this easy. I'm really hoping you are still here. Saw you here not long ago. Oh. Really? Where is he? Technically? In the trade quarter, you say? Is it now late enough that it is, in fact, werewolf time? And we have to find him at night? Because that does make this a little more arduous. We have to chase him down, go through the sewers to get into that area of town that would otherwise be unavailable to us. Okay. When we're in the temple quarter, it tells us to go to the trade quarter. When we're in the trade quarter, it tells us to go back to the temple quarter. That is not a good sign. That would suggest that the game is not sure where he is right now. So that doesn't help. I'll go back real quick. On the off chance that Vincent suddenly decides to step out into the rain, give us the chance to talk to him. If not, then we may have to make some decisions as to whether or not we think it is necessary to speak with him. And actually wrap up this quest. On the off chance that he's down here with Jethro in the jail, he is. Okay. Good thing I did check.
Greetings.
Carmen asked me to see you.
Witcher detective turns Witcher therapist.
In brief, Carmen doesn't like you being a werewolf.
Also,
What's your
sorry
beef?
for having
It's
mentioned
not
that
my
next to
choice.
your
I can
coworker
lift
there.
the curse, but you must desire it. You want to be with Carmen?
Witcher.
Will you give up your superhuman strength for love?
Strength I use against evil.
Strength that will one day consume you. You still have a choice.
I'll think about it, Witcher.
Love can move mountains, but
It must be true.
Okay, again. Yes, Chapter, I was standing right next to you when we just outright said that you were a werewolf. So, sorry about that. Guess the secret's out now. But, I mean, how long do we have to wait before we talk to Carmen and verify whether or not that actually worked? I'm not really sure. Also, this guard is not making things easy. I'll head over there, speak to her, and see if she happens to already have an opinion on this, but I suspect this is another one of those things where you technically do have to wait a little while. But I do detest the weather. The inn is right next door, so if necessary, we may just spend a few hours at the inn and see if we can spend some time that way and then get an answer out of you.
Yes?
I saw Vincent.
Oh, Witcher, I don't know how to thank you. I'm awash in happiness. We had an honest conversation.
A very
told him
quick one at that.
everything, how much I love him.
Finally.
He said if I cared so much, maybe this love deserves a chance. First time I ever saw him cry.
Oh, that's
Sometimes
so sweet.
The simplest solutions are best.
But that's not all. I haven't found hair in our bed recently. Maybe... Never mind, I don't want to jinx it. I have to believe that everything will be all right.
That's good to hear. True love can work wonders.
And now we are truly Geralt, the matchmaker. So with that, I think that's a good place for us to wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.